Hey everybody, welcome to Rebel Junk. My name is Erin. Today's unloved and unwanted junk comes to us from sales from the past 2 weeks since I missed a week. So let's get into that. Real quick before we get into this, I just wanted to mention about 30% of my viewers have not subscribed to the channel. If you enjoy reseller content, so information about items that are selling on multiple platforms, a few instructional videos, and some thrifting hauls at garage sales, thrift stores, auctions, and some estate sales, please consider subscribing below. So typically my what sold videos are just covering 1 week of sales, but I got behind. So we're gonna do 2 weeks and we're gonna go through it fast and furious. These sales were all from eBay and Mercari. I did do some cross posting recently, which I think has helped the sales on Mercari. Let's get into what sold. I'm gonna start with all of the sales for the last 2 weeks on eBay. This first one was a set of mini Christmas ornaments and it had kind of a fishing and hunting theme. I mean, these guys were tiny, but there was a dozen of them and they sold for $15.99 plus shipping. Up next was a kids science kit. It was called the Space Age Crystal Growing Kit, the Aquamarine set. That sold for $15 plus shipping. I think that one sold recently just because it's new in the box. It would make a great gift. Let's talk real quick about dishes. I have had great sales recently and have found that I really enjoy selling dishes. So I've bought a couple sets but I'm selling them off by the pieces, you know, just in case somebody needed a replacement part. So this is from a company called Fort Marion, and the plate that I sold recently was the Blue Primrose Botanic Garden piece. This was a small 7¼ inch plate. It sold for $14.99 plus shipping. Up next, these baskets sold in the global shipping program. So what that means is that somebody in another country purchased them, but all I have to do is ship them to Kentucky, and the eBay staff in Kentucky will ship them out of the country. The buyer does pay for all of that shipping. If you have free shipping on a global shipping product, then you have to pay the shipping just to get it to Kentucky, and that Kentucky address prints out on the shipping label. So these baskets, they were wicker shell baskets, a set of 3. They had a couple of flaws, which I did note in the description. When I looked this one up, it had a good sell-through rate and a decent price. So I paid less than $1 for these and they sold for $35 plus shipping. Up next is a set of stickers, and they are vintage Garfield 1985 Christmas stickers. These sold in less than 24 hours on eBay and they sold for $14.99 plus shipping. Those were in the lot of Christmas paper that I bought from the estate sale. Up next from that same lot is a set of vintage Hallmark gold foil embossed Christmas tags or gift tags. There were 5 packages. These were all sealed and they sold for $9.99 plus shipping. All right, this next one was really sweet. I had a buyer message me and said, hey, this looks a little gray in the picture. Is it actually white? And so I took the statue and used a different background that had brown behind it. And you could see in that picture when it was compared to another color that it really does look white. So putting this on a pure white background maybe wasn't the best option for photographing this, but the buyer bought it and they were very happy with it. It was going to be a gift for their mom who had broken her statue that was exactly the same, and it sold for $19.76 plus shipping. Up next, I've been selling off pieces from an origami owl lot that I bought at a garage sale over the summer. It's been very profitable. This one sold for $10.52 plus shipping and it was in a 30% off sale. So from time to time, I'll just put items in my store on sale. Okay, so this is another set of dishes that I've been selling off, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but I've been calling it Soroa. And I sold off in this set 2 items, a salad plate and a dinner plate. Together, they totaled $18.97 plus shipping. So this one's been very profitable also. I paid $20 for the whole box at a rummage sale. I was in the profit with the first sale. So up next is another set of the Soroa dishes. This was 4 of the 6-inch bread plate or dessert plates, and it sold for $20.20 plus shipping. And here's another one. This buyer purchased 1 of the dinner plates, and that was $8.57 plus shipping. These plates are heavy. I think these dinner plates were like 1 pound and 4 ounces just for 1 plate. So I probably paid part of the shipping on that one because it looks like I only charged first class shipping, which is under £1. Up next was a small bronze bronze. I don't even know if it was a paperweight. I put paperweight in the description. It may be just a figurine, but it fit in my hand. It was small. And then the frog was just teeny tiny. So it was two pieces. It was the flower and the frog, and it sold for best offer of $34.99. I think I had it listed somewhere around $39, and it sold plus shipping. So I want to mention this artist's name. It's McClellan Barclay, and this artist has bronze pieces and also jewelry, and they all sell very well. Coming up, you'll see another piece of his that I sold. So keep an eye out for that name, McClellan Barclay. The pieces that I have seen are all very well marked, the name, and easy to identify. Up next was some vintage Rubbermaid dishes, containers with lids, storage containers. These were in a lot that I picked up at an estate sale. They sold for $10.39 plus shipping, and those were in the 35% off category, so I've probably had them listed for quite a while. Another piece of the Portmeirion dishes. This is a teacup saucer. Yeah, it looks like just the one plate sold for $19.98 plus shipping. Up next is a Hallmark ornament. This one did have a small flaw in it, but it still sold for $9.74 plus shipping. Up next is a Grand Slam maroon golf shirt, and this is one of the ones where the sleeves zip off and then it's just a vest, but it sold for $21.41 plus shipping. Up next is a puzzle, and I picked this one up at a rummage sale very early in the summer. It was even at 35% off with $16.24 plus shipping. Just a note I want to make real quick. When I shipped this out, I actually used a box that somebody had saved for me, so I did put a note on Facebook to my friends and family that are local. I just said, hey, if you have boxes that are coming in, packaging materials, if you don't mind saving them, I'd love to have them. If you need a variety of sizes of boxes and you don't mind reusing boxes, go ahead and ask around and see if somebody will save those for you. So they've been saving like packing paper, the bubbles, the ear pillows, peanuts. So I have a huge supply of free materials, which has made a big difference in the cost of my shipping supplies. Up next is a 2-pack of scent sickles. So these are little wooden sticks with ornament hooks on them. So if you have an artificial tree but you want it to smell like a real tree, or you can hang them in a wreath, wherever you want the scent of pine, basically. I picked these up at my Goodwill. I think they were $2 a jar, so I have $4 in. They sold for $19.99 plus shipping. The next one, a buyer contacted me and said, hey, I see you have 3 of these advent calendars and they're all by the same artist. Would you mind putting them in one lot for me for one shipping cost? And I said, absolutely. So that's why it has the little reserved in the name. When I make up a bundle like that, I don't want somebody else to see it real quick and buy it. So I sent the buyer a message and said, hey, the bundle's all ready for you. Here's the link to a new listing, and they made the purchase then for $30 plus shipping. Another dish, this buyer bought 2 of the same plate of the 7.5-inch salad plates. They paid $19.98 plus shipping. Okay, this was a set of miniature salt glazed pottery, a plate and a crock. Just little bitty pieces. The buyer messaged me and said, I really like the stand that you used in the pictures. When I wrote the description, I said stand not included, and she says, I see that it's not included, but where could I find one? And I said, you know what, I honestly have no idea. I picked it up at a yard sale. I'll just include it. It's not a problem. But it was a problem because it took me a day and a half to find the darn thing, but she was really appreciative, so I did include that for free. But I probably only had, again, pennies into that, so I didn't mind sending it to her. But she paid $15 plus shipping. Up next is a package of the vintage wrapping paper that I purchased at the previous estate sale. I did have some also that I've been selling from another garage sale over the summer. I sell them anywhere from $10 to $15 a package. So this one sold for $19.99 plus shipping. Up next, in that same lot from the same estate sale with the wrapping paper, I did pick up a stack of advent calendars. These were mostly printed in Germany, and this one was a pop-up. It was really neat. I kind of wanted to keep it, but it did sell for $17.99 plus shipping. Up next, from the same estate sale, there was a new in the box Kingsley enamel trinket box. Flowers on top were a transfer. The actual jar was a really pretty rose pink, and that one sold for $29.99 plus shipping. Okay, this one is a Nexa weather station, so it has a piece that goes outside and then you keep the monitor inside, and I picked it up for $5 at Goodwill, but it was sold at Radio Shack because there was a Radio Shack sticker on it. So I listed that in the description also. And I just priced it based on other brands of about the same size and the same features. So it sold for full asking price at $34.99 plus shipping. Next, I accepted a best offer on some swizzle sticks. These were all made of glass in clear, blue, and purple. Some of them had the little scoopy spoons on the bottom. The set sold for $8 plus shipping. So I've never seen these before, but they were really cute. And I don't know, they're just matches in holiday wrappers. So this was a set of vintage Hallmark matches. So they're stick matches, wooden stick in kind of cardboard containers with holly berry decorations on them. They sold for $10.40 plus shipping. I know that I have best offer turned on eBay and on Mercari. Buyers can send me offers, which is fine. And I don't mind. You've heard me say several times throughout this video that I have accepted best offers. I do get a little bit frustrated and I try not to be offended when people send ridiculously low offers. So this item over on Mercari, somebody sent me an offer of $8. I had it listed at $24. So, I just declined it. I didn't counter offer. I didn't want to engage with that person. I declined it and let it go. Less than 24 hours later, somebody bought it on eBay for full asking price at $24, free shipping. So I was really glad when that sold and I felt much better about declining the $8 offer. Okay, and then some things sell and you wonder, like, why would anybody buy that? But then why would I put it up for sale if I don't think somebody's gonna buy it? So it's a turkey-shaped ceramic butter dish, but I just found it very unattractive. But thank you to whoever bought this from me. They paid $14.99 plus shipping. I had less than $1 into it. This little guy was in the same lot with the turkey. This one's a little bit cuter than the turkey. It's little Lovekins raccoon caught in a cookie jar, and it's actually a vase. So this one sold for $14.99 plus shipping. Another set of the vintage wrapping paper. So this one sold for $9.99 plus shipping. Up next, some more of the dishes. So the Soroa plates, I sold a set of 4 dinner plates, and those actually went through global shipping program to Canada. And I just want to make a note. The buyer paid $73 for shipping costs, and I'd had actually 2 other buyers from Canada ask me if I could find a lower shipping cost than what they were getting through the global shipping program, and I couldn't. I checked US Postal Service, UPS, and FedEx to see if any of them could ship these for a lower cost. That box ended up weighing 8 pounds by the time I wrapped everything and boxed it up. So that was difficult to find a lower shipping cost, but this buyer didn't seem to mind paying that. So last Thursday night, I joined Small Town Picker over on her channel for a live listing episode. So we were on live for a couple hours working on listing. I took the time while I was on, and I did mostly photographing while we were there. And this is one of the items that I photographed, and then I got it listed the next day, and it sold pretty quick within a few hours. It was a vintage mini tank Sherman HO scale. So these are for use in model train displays. And this one sold for $14.99 plus shipping. This came out of the estate sale that I keep referencing, and I will drop that link in the description below if you want to go see everything that I purchased there. Next is a Hallmark ornament, and this is a Tonka Mighty Roller, and it is a die cast ornament, and it sold for $14.99 plus shipping. This is the other piece of McClellan Barclay that I got up at the estate sale. I think I only just had the 2 pieces, but this guy, I mean, it was tiny, just a couple inches long, Pekingese dog. This one I couldn't find. I couldn't find any recent sales, so I just kind of priced it a little bit higher than what I was seeing, and it sold. It did sell for my asking price then of $39 plus shipping, so I was kind of glad about that. This little basket, and it's not very big, they're just little votive candles. It was $2. It was in my 25% off sale. It sold for $9.88 plus shipping. Next, this was from the estate sale. There were 2 brand new packages of Izod men's size large flannel plaid pajamas. A buyer asked me if I would combine shipping on those. The buyer paid a total of $29.98 plus shipping. Next, so this was from the Humane Society garage sale. So this was a full-size Scentsy wax warmer, and it sold for $29.99 plus shipping. So a buyer sent me an offer for this item, which was fine. just a teeny tiny little pig figurine. It sold for $11 plus shipping. All right, switching now over to Mercari. I sold another one of the origami owl lockets. This was a size medium one, so it was smaller than the one that you guys saw earlier. Sold for $12 and buyer paid shipping. I don't pick up a lot of Precious Moments. This one I did pick up because it had a good sell-through rate, and I was getting it with the box and the original packaging. So this one sold for $12 and buyer paid shipping. I have less than $1 into that. Up next was the Twilight Halloween Black Hat, and I think this was a Rustberry stuffed animal. I paid $1 for that at Goodwill. It sold for $9 and the buyer paid shipping on that one. Okay, this next item I picked up at a Goodwill for about $3. It was the Crinkle Carousel Happy Hog figurine. So these figurines are resin. They have a lot of color to them. They have a lot of detail, a lot of texture. So this little piggy was pretty popular. Amazingly was in great condition. I couldn't find any chips on it at all, so I was really glad about that. And it sold for $18 plus shipping. And last but not least, a pair of shoes that has been here for forever. They sold for $19 plus shipping. Thank you for watching. I always appreciate that. I appreciate if you give me a thumbs up. I appreciate if you share the video, and I appreciate if you subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, always feel free to leave those down in the comments below. Until next time, take care. Bye.